Hey, Ravings and Cravings here. Good evening. Good to be with you. I am so happy that today, for many reasons actually, I have awesome people in the studio with me, but also today is my 1 year anniversary of being on the air for Ravings and Cravings. Yes, I'll pause so you can applaud. Okay, that was good enough. All right. And my guest today brought in lovely flowers to celebrate 1 year. But the other thing is that this, what I thought was going to be my last interview, is not my last. So the show will go on from here. So I'm very excited about that. I want to thank the Wyndham Economic Development people, Jim Bolano, and for them making it possible to get through the first year. But now here we go on to the second year with Colin and whoever else and Matt behind the scenes. So today, besides all that, I'm going to welcome Jacqueline Garcia and Sheila Alexander to the studio. You guys, since I thought this was my last show, they were my first when I started a year ago, and I thought, well, how it's appropriate that they should be my last. But so you're not my last. Nope. Jackie is the owner of Limberia Tropical Algarete on Main Street in Willimantic, and this is her daughter of the owner. So we call you the DOO, daughter of the owner.
I love acronyms.
Is that official? We could call you the do.
I'm a doer.
So guys, give us the details as far as address, social media presence, and then we'll get to the food part of things. You guys brought some stuff in. We'll describe what they brought in for people who are on the radio and not being able to see it. But let's get the details so people know how to find you. So either one of you, feel free.
Sure. So our name, as complicated as it is 3 words. Limberia Tropical Algarete. That is the same name we use for our handle, and we use for our social media on Facebook. We don't have a website, but we will soon. So either way, directly you can go to Facebook. On there you can see the menu photos as well. Mm-hmm. But Limberia Tropical Algarete is our name. Mm-hmm. And we are originally from Puerto Rico, Aguadilla, Puerto Rico.
Oh, where's that?
Kind of like we look at Manhattan, mm-hmm. we look at it sideways. So Puerto Rico is kind of like sideways. So we're San Juan, right? Uh-huh. Everybody knows San Juan. Mm-hmm. We are in Aguadilla, which mm-hmm. is kind of like in the corner over here by the airport, and then right below it is Rincon, which is a very beautiful part where everybody loves to surf.
There we go. Wow.
So we are right above at the perfect spot.
Okay. Give me your address, your phone number, and then the hours that you're open.
Yes. We're on 1244 Main Street. I'm not sure the phone number.
860-931-5222.
Hours?
We are closed on Tuesdays. However, we're open Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 7 p.m. Mm-hmm. And Sundays we're closed at 5 p.m.
All right. So tell us some of the things, the yummy things that you guys have to offer. So, I have my favorites, but, it's not all about me today. So, actually, Jackie, why don't you tell us what is something that you love, that you like to eat or drink there, or both, either?
My favorite is passion fruit.
Oh.
Even though that I don't drink them that much because...
Guilty pleasures.
Healthy.
Guilty pleasures.
And obviously the bocadillos.
Yeah. And what is that? So tell us what that is. You say the word again.
So passion fruit is a very interesting fruit because at the end of the day it is sour, mm-hmm. and it's yellow on the outside. It's round. When you break it open in half, it's very gooey, and it has seeds inside. So mm-hmm. it's very rare, kind of like what in English you would call soursop, but in Spanish we call guanábana. So even guanábana itself is a very stinky fruit. But you would think, right? But at the end of the day, they're grown on the island. They're grown from the trees. They're very natural, mm-hmm. and they're really good for you. You know mm-hmm. what I mean? So at the end of the day, passion fruit is just it's supposed to be sour, but when we mix it in our frappes, mm-hmm. we add sugar, of course, so it ends up being a little more tolerable to some people. I'm more of a tangy person, but with the sugar and everything, it's more palatable for mm-hmm. everybody else. Mm-hmm. But we have a little bit of everything, honestly. We have Nutella. There's Kit Kat, there's piña colada, we got pure cocoa, we have mango, We do mangonadas, which are Mexican style, as I know you love yourself.
I love
that has a little bit of
those.
chamoy and tajin. We do any kind of fruit. We do strawberry banana. We do strawberry by itself, strawberry kiwi. You can mix in.
So you
and
can
mash.
go as traditional as you want as far as flavors, or you can go as off the rail. Well, not really off the rail, but you can be a little more on the other end of the spectrum. So like the mangonada has the hot, the
a little
it's
tangy,
spicy, and then it has the
flavor.
mangoes in it, and then Nutella. I mean, everyone knows what Nutella is.
Right.
So all of these things are the things that you combine together into a drink, right? Is that right? So are there things that are non-dairy at all, or is everything dairy?
It's hard for people when they look at our name to really understand what we have.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, we are a smoothie store, right?
Mhm.
You know, we have our Limber, which are
Those
frozen
don't-
shaved ice.
And those don't have any dairy in it at all.
Well, some do because some are chocolate based.
Okay, so how about the fruit-based ones, though?
The fruit based ones is essentially like fruit, water, sugar, right? You know what I mean?
No
Okay.
So
For
so the
people who are
sugar,
dairy-free.
of course, we should always watch. If you're at a dessert shop, watch our sugar. You cannot come here and expect us to give you the healthiest thing. Am I working on that? Are we working on that? Absolutely.
Oh,
and
really?
will we?
Oh, you have new things coming?
I want to at least.
You didn't tell me this?
I want to at least. have
I'm
an option.
offended.
I know we have oatmeal, right? That's
Wait,
we
what?
we do. We
What?
can do an oatmeal frappe. We
What?
we put a little.
No, I didn't
little
even know that.
cinnamon, a little vanilla extract, a little, and it comes out really
I can
nice.
drink my breakfast?
There's guanábana, which in English you call soursop. I cannot break that down for you. I have no idea. It is as best as I can describe it for
That's
you
fine.
in English.
That's okay.
But it is a very healthy fruit,
Mhm.
and it's as straightforward as it gets. It's
Mhm.
the fruit, the ice, and the sugar.
But so,
So-
besides the drinks, though, you also have food.
Yes.
So talk about the food that you have that we can order with our special drinks. Either one of you. I know Jackie's feeling a little shy, but she knows everything. And
But
you know what?
she
I am
knows.
going to ask you. I am going to ask you something to embarrass. Okay, we'll get to the food. So 1 second. I'm going to back up and say, why did you decide to open up this place here on Main Street in Willimantic? What in the world was going on in your head to think that you would land here in the town that I live in? What is it? What was it?
I was here for a long time before I decided to open that. My father has a store in Puerto Rico
Mm-hmm.
with the same name, and he has an
In the
accident.
Mhm.
Yes, he has an accident, and he wasn't able to do the store no more. So he was selling the store.
Hmm.
I didn't want to go to Puerto Rico, so I decided to bring Limberia Tropical
Oh.
here. So I was thinking to do limbers only,
Mm,
and
mhm.
then
Well,
everything else
yeah.
happened.
That didn't
So
last
she
long.
started with his recipes. He had a store, a Limberia, exactly what we call ours, Limberia Tropical Algarete.
Uh-huh.
Limber, like I said, are frozen shaved ice,
Mhm.
kind of like Italian ice, which is the closest thing to just kind of represent the texture.
Mhm.
But it runs the gamut in flavors. She carried on the name. So with the recipes, she was able to build on. Then she carried on the name because it to her it felt so special, right? And
This
and
is
to,
your dad.
right, of course. But she has added the idea of frappe. Frappe is something that is popular in Puerto Rico.
It is.
So it's not
Oh.
like here where you kind of consider everything smoothie. It essentially is kind of the same thing, but it isn't, right? It's ice, sugar, and whatever the mixture is. So
Mhm.
I'm not sure how to break down frappe, but as close as we can say is to smoothie.
Mhm.
But she added that on, and she's making the recipes herself, and
They're
she's
great,
building
too.
flavors.
Oh yeah, you guys have to go there. So, for people who know Main Street, sometimes people will drive past you 100 times and they don't even know you're there. You're across the street from the Trolley, which is a pubby thing, and then you're on the side of the street where the Royal Buffet is, right? So that gives people a point of reference as far as where to find you. And when you're open, your flag is usually out, and there's a little picnic area you can eat outside, and you can eat inside if you want to.
Mhm.
It's a nice, clean place. I mean, you can bring your kids. It's a happy place. And so now talk about food. What do we
Yes.
got on the menu?
Of course, we have to have food.
Of course, you can't drink
So
and not have food.
particularly, we do have bocadillos. They've have made their name across town. Essentially, the bocadillo is just an expression to small sandwiches, right?
Mhm.
You know, they're and at our shop they run the gamut. Sometimes they're small, sometimes they're big, but it's a bocadillo,
Mhm.
and essentially it's just a sandwich. We have turkey, we have ham, we have tuna, and a cold chicken salad.
Nice. Mhm.
They're toasted. They come with lettuce, tomato, onions, salt, pepper, oil, and we put our own sauce on there, which is
Special sauce.
right, which is mayonnaise ketchup based, but we have our own little twist to it, and it tastes very nice.
You're not gonna spill the secret.
You honestly, I personally do not like any mayo ketchup, which is what we refer to it, mix.
I love cream.
I love ours, and
Yeah.
you know, my aunt is an attribution to that, and
Mhm.
she's the best cook in house.
There we go. And you know, I've had your sandwiches, and for me, a half of one is enough.
It can be,
It's enough. And
but
then-
that's why the name is so important.
right.
I don't want people thinking they're coming here and it's like a big. It can be small. It just depends.
But you have like your
So
special hot.
sometimes a half, sometimes a whole.
But you have your special hot dogs.
We do have. hot
What are on
dogs.
those hot dogs?
Yes,
To me, this is
ma'am.
very exciting. I like this. I like hot dogs. You know, they're just easy.
Honestly,
and
you do
it's happy
not
food.
find them around town. You don't.
Well, you know, I think there's a hot dog cart down by BJ's that I just learned about, which I need to talk to the ladies who run that thing. But yeah. So
Okay.
what's on your hot dogs?
We consider them Puerto Rican style
Okay,
because
Puerto
in Puerto Rico they're pretty loaded.
Mm-hmm.
So we put chili, sauerkraut, onions, but they're onions and sauce, so it's very nice. It's not like raw onions.
Okay.
Nothing to really worry about, but if nothing else, it adds a very nice flavor to it.
Mhm.
And then we top it with ketchup, mustard, and cheese,
Mhm.
and then the potato sticks you see on top.
Mhm.
But potato sticks are kind of like just for a little crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have some really great pictures of those on your social media pages. So if people are wondering, like, what does this look like, you can get a visual on those things. And if you don't have social media, I think the best suggestion is to just go in and try something.
Give it a try,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think
yes.
that's the best.
We make sure to ask the right questions.
But you also have, was there a nacho-y thing too? Gotta remember that too.
we do nachos, straightforward nachos. You can do them loaded. Nachos
So that means
with
what? Nachos with?
the chili
Okay.
and the cheese.
Uh-huh.
We top it with the jalapenos, guacamole,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole 9 yards.
And you guys brought in some Puerto Rican style snacks, right? So why
Yes.
don't we take a look at those? Maybe describe what some of those are. I love the cola champagne drink. That's a carbonated one. So
Yes.
you guys
So-
have that.
I'm not sure if you guys know,
Mm-hmm.
but cola champagne is very popular.
How would you describe that?
You know, I'm trying.
I'm
I'm trying
trying
right
to
now
think.
as I think about it.
Is it kind of fruity? What's
It is sweet.
What's
It's
in it? Let me
sweet.
see.
It's a little more. It's not
does it
coconut,
say?
but it's hard not to say coconut.
Okay, talk about the other things while I'm looking at this.
However, these are a staple. I love these. These are my youth. And anyone that comes in knows because when they see these little sprinkles, they melt. They know. They have to try them. They have to have them. They come straight from the island, as most of these do. Actually, all of them do. Almost.
So those are called.
But those are my favorites.
What are they
So
called?
I'll let my mother describe her generation. No, I'm just kidding. No, but these are just kind of like the what do we call them? Mantecaditos?
These are mantecaditos. Yeah.
Manteca. No. But with the
This
sprinkle?
one are grajeas.
Ah, okay.
So
okay,
the
okay.
grajeas have little
Mantecaditos,
colored
and they're
corals
just-
on it.
It's like if you had a little ice cream on a cookie. Like the cookie tasted like ice cream, and just you know, it's crunchy. So don't think it's soft. It's crunchy, but the flavor is very like creamy, very soft, very.
Okay.
It's just nice.
So you have those available, and I looked at the cola champagne
Let's see.
cans, and I can't get anything as far
No.
as it just is natural flavor. I'm like, oh,
it's
wow,
it's hard.
It's
It's
okay.
honestly
It can be
just a little sweet. It's not like a Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is very like bubbly, very.
I think it's
you
heavy.
know.
This is a light.
This is very.
light
It's on the
flavor.
sweeter side.
Yeah,
It is. It's better than a Malta, less than a Coke.
All right, so we established that.
And then we have Pilon. Pilon.
What is
The Spanish pilones, yeah.
People that see these, if you know, you know. So.
I don't know. What are they?
I don't even know. What are they?
It's a
Mommy?
lollipop.
People love them.
Yeah.
They're like.
It's a lollipop.
They're lollipops.
It's
yeah.
a lollipop. Okay.
yeah.
Traditional
Yeah,
Puerto
they're
Rican. Puerto
I
Rican
don't even
style.
know, but people see
But
them and they're like, they
it-
can't even.
They're anise, so.
Oh, licorice.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
But they're red in color.
Anise lollipop.
They're red in color. So that's
And these
interesting.
ones are
Oh, who knows?
sentiment candy.
I don't even know. Now I need to try one. I don't even know. The whole time.
Okay, so we
5
gotta
years.
watch the packages because they're making a lot of noise on the radio, so we have to be careful.
Sorry.
So tell us about these two things. That's okay. We're just passing things around, people. That's all. Bear with us.
Unholy.
Oh, sesame. Okay, sesame candy.
Mhm.
Sesame
very
seeds.
strong.
¿Tú lo has probado?
Mm-hmm.
No.
And then is this the same?
Coconut,
Oh,
So
coconut.
these are more nutty, obviously, because
Okay.
they have sesame seeds on
Yep.
them.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, what is appealing to these is that they're more healthier. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they're healthier
snack.
candies.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sounds
So
good.
you get the
No mueva la bolsa.
no, you're right.
Nice.
But
All right. So
This one's coconut based, and coconut's always a good option.
I have met
Coconut's rooted in the
I've
rain.
met people who either love it or hate it. There's no middle.
Right, but
No middle.
this is like age. You know, at the end of the day, it's tradition. So those who know.
Yeah.
But those who don't should.
Okay. Well, it's nice to know that you have the snacks that are the typical traditional Puerto Rican style, so that people know that they can get them by you guys. Tell us, what would be something that you think that people don't know about Limberia? What is something that you think that people have no clue about that they really should know this? Look at a commercial that says what your best thing is. What do you think?
I think it's worth coming for the limbel.
Mhm.
That's something you can keep on your freezer in your shelf.
That's right. You
And-
could buy a
and-
whole bunch and take them home, put them in your
Absolutely.
freezer.
And you run the gamut. We have over 22 flavors, so we have a mix of fruit and chocolate.
That's a lot.
So you can always depend on that.
Okay.
And then you wait for your opportunity to dictate what flavors work for you and what don't. But we do essentially run smoothie stores. So
Mhm.
you can come every day for a little something. And the menu is not limited, right?
Mhm.
So you look at the menu and don't be scared off, because at the end of the day, people mix and match all the time.
Okay.
We have people come and add milk to their fruit
Oh, so they can
frappes, and that may seem bizarre to you, but you know what? In some cultures, it's normal,
Mm-hmm.
and then they call it a champola, right? So
Oh, okay. Is there anything coffee flavored that you guys have?
absolutely. Yeah.
Tell me what you have that's coffee flavored, because I'm curious about that.
Well, we do regular coffee, and that's the
Oh, yeah.
pilon,
You do
of
have-
course, right?
you have
Because
Use Puerto Rican.
we
How come I
our
didn't- I
culture
didn't
is
even know
very
that.
popular
I
to
didn't
have
know.
pilon coffee. So we do use that. Outside of that, we do a salted caramel. We do a mocha.
And you guys you're open all year round, so you're not a seasonal thing, right? You're open all year round. Not like, if
We
I go to Cape
are.
Cod, everything that serves what you serve shuts down.
Right.
But
so
we have
when,
it here all
So
the
when you
time.
see Dairy Queen close down, you can count on us.
Yay! There's
You
somewhere
get-
to go.
And even though we don't, like I said, our menu is so complex. Even though you don't see the ice cream cone on there, you can come and get an ice cream cone.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, you guys are so kind to the community. And I should put a plug in
And we
for,
see the kids, and sometimes they just want something simple, and you know what? We can.
well, I have personally done some things in the community where I have asked you all to donate product or snacks or whatever. And I have to say that you have been very generous, almost overly generous. And so I want to express my appreciation to you guys for being those people who are giving, who are very kind and generous. So thank you for what you've given to the community. I want you to say the name of the business again, the address, the hours, your social media presence, help people find you. People out there in Radio Land, you need to find them, all right? It's not that hard. I can walk there from my house. And then, you know what? The double whammy is I will get some homemade tuna salad over at the fish market, and then I'll come and get a drink by you, and I will have a happy day.
There you go.
I like
Truly.
fish. Yeah. So all the details. Let's get them all again. Go for it, Jackie.
Okay.
Jackie, you can do
Jackie
it.
can do it.
Limberia Tropical Algarete,
Mm-hmm.
1244 Main Street, Willimantic, Connecticut. Phone number is 860-931-5222.
Hours?
Hours, we close on Tuesdays. Sundays are 11 to 5, and the rest of the days is 11 to 7.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever do any kind of special drinks or anything like that, and or anything where people would need to get the information ahead of time, like maybe from your social media? Do you ever do anything like that? Because I don't even know. I don't know.
We do.
Mhm.
And like I said, we don't have an exact website yet. We're working on that. However, you can always follow the name of the store, Limberia Tropical Algarete, and you can follow the Facebook or the Instagram handle. And on there, we daily post when we have, events. I know Thanksgiving's coming up. I know Christmas, Halloween's coming up. Christmas is coming up.
Mhm.
So we will absolutely do awesome, fun stuff. And we will do, if nothing else, a little giveaway. So you got to always pay attention and check.
Gift cards? Do you do any gift certificates? Anything like that?
We used to do more of a Limber thing, but we got to get back around for that.
We do have.
Because people might want to give those
Yeah.
for
Gift certificates.
holiday.
Yeah, we give them out, absolutely. But it's more of, those who know
They
ask.
know. They
But
ask.
you
Oh.
can always ask, and we will do. And if nothing else, especially for Limpel orders, because I know, as I said, there's shaved ice. So sometimes, let's say there's a flavor that I don't have enough for you. If you want Oreo, if you want guayaba, if you
Oreo?
want. Oh no, Oreo's a very popular
Really?
one, and we love to put the Oreo in there, so you get a little
Oh, you put the real cookie in there?
texture. Absolutely.
Oh.
So if you want any special orders, that's something you can always call ahead, and then we will make do.
Oh, that's good to know. So if people did want a special order, how much time do you need to do? Let's say I want to order 25 of the Oreo one. How much time would you need in order for that order to get filled?
At least 24 hours, respectfully.
Oh, okay.
At least literally 24 hours.
Yeah, we did 250 limbers for Wyndham Heights, and it
Huh.
took me a day and a half previously to the day that I had to deliver it just to make them froze.
250?
Yes.
But yeah,
Every year.
that's as fresh as it gets. so.
Every year we do it for Wyndham Heights events for the community.
Oh,
And the
that's
appreciation
wonderful.
for them.
That's wonderful. Oh. And do they get assorted flavors or just?
Yes.
Ah, that's really lovely. So do you have anything else coming up that you want to talk about, like anything that we need to like look forward to, special, any new things, or do you want to not say? Is it a secret? What? I'm asking.
I know that we are trying to be a little more involved with this winter and create something warm for you. So I hope we can make something warm, a little maybe spicy pumpkin, something to keep up with everyone and stick to the season. So we'll see.
You already have caramel something, right?
We
You
do,
already
but
have
it
that.
is all frozen. So I am trying to bring something. As I said, we're open year round. So I want to bring something warm to the winter,
Mhm.
and it could easily be just a café con leche, and it can be as Puerto Rican as it gets. So.
All right, that sounds good. So I'm going to just spell the first part of your name so that if people Google it, they'll know how to find you. It's Limberia. I'm here with Jackie and with Sheely. I am so sorry that we're already out of time because I could sit here and talk with you for at least another half hour. But I'm going to sign off. This is Ruth Hartunian Allenbaugh, Ravings and Cravings. Next week, 5:05 p.m. on Good Company, WILI.